Hi, what I'm having here right now is a savory Reuben-Style Dutch baby pancake, and it's just fantastically delicious. Now, a couple things to point out is that the Dutch baby pancake is actually not Dutch. It has nothing to do with the Dutch people. It's German, and actually it's not from Germany. What happened was, this was first developed by German immigrants in the United States or in North America. And because a lot of people couldn't say Deutsch, which is what German is in German, you say Deutsch, they ended up saying Dutch. I don't know where the baby came from actually, but that's where Dutch baby came from, or at least the Dutch part. This is a German pancake, or as we say in Switzerland, Pfannkuchen, which means pan and cake. And, it's just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So, I make these with apples and stuff like that too, make the sweet ones, but I'll tell you, a savory one is delicious. What a way to start your day, or end it. Let's go to the kitchen and make some right now. All right, we have everything we need here to make our Dutch baby, and we're going to make it the batter here in the blender. So first of all, what we've got here in the ingredients, we've got 2 tablespoons of butter, which are going to go in the frying pan. Then to make the batter itself, we have 3/4 of a cup of flour, 3/4 of a cup of milk, 4 eggs. The milk and the eggs are both at room temperature, so we're not cooling things down when they go in the frying pan. We have here a half a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of pepper. And then to make our Reuben-Style part of this, we have here 1/3 of a cup of sauerkraut, which is drained and then packed. When you're measuring sauerkraut, you got to pack it in there. And then I have here is 4 ounces or 110 grams of pastrami. That's pastrami beef. And then here I've got 8 ounces or 230 grams of cheese grated. Now sometimes I use Emmental cheese. Other times I use a different cheese. So today I'm using Gouda. So any kind of a mild melty cheese like that. You can even use mozzarella if you want. Or many different. Sometimes I've actually, if you feel like you really got a little extra, you can get a good price for it. Do half Emmental and half Gruyere, and that gives another flavor again. So let's get the batter going. And in the meantime, I've got the oven preheating. We want that oven good and hot. It's going to be 425 degrees Fahrenheit or 220 degrees Celsius. So into here, first thing we're going to do is the eggs. So all 4 eggs are going to go in, and then we're going to blend them up well. Well, these are beautiful eggs too. These are free-range eggs. Nice deep yellow yolks to them. If you can get free-range, I always recommend it. Much healthier for you, much better flavor. Everything's great about them. All right, so let's give those a zap. All right, now once the eggs are all zapped up, what I'm going to do is add in the milk. And I can just add in the salt and pepper right now too. I'm going to add in the flour in a minute once I get these all blended together. So give that another quick mix. And now in goes the flour. What I want to do now is I'm going to give this a good mix for like about half a minute, because I don't want any lumps. The smoother this batter is, the better our Dutch baby is going to turn out. All right, that's looking good and smooth, no lumps there, which is exactly what you want. We want no lumps. So butter into the frying pan. We're going to turn that on to medium heat. What we're going to do now, just speed along the melting of that butter. Notice I'm using my cast iron pan. You can use any frying pan that can go in the oven. It's got to be able to go in the oven. My cast iron frying pan is the one that can. Also, it holds the heat so nicely, so just evens it out all across, so we get a nice browning. So if you can, use a cast iron frying pan. If not, any frying pan that can go in the oven, the handle is oven proof. All right, Our butter's melted, so what I'm going to do now is going to put about half of the pastrami in here. I want to save half to go on top, so about like that. Doesn't have to be exact. Half the pastrami, spread it out a little bit. Do it all over the place here, so if you didn't get, like I got nice thin cuts here. If you get really big pieces, I cut them down a little bit in size, roughly chop them, whatever. All I'm going to do now is I'll spread them across the bottom of the pan. Just so kind of evenly, so everybody's going to get a little bit of pastrami in their slice of this delicious thing. Oh, that looks pretty good. And then over that, I'm going to spread the sauerkraut. Just going to get that evenly spread out across there. All right. Smell that sauerkraut. Okay, now that that is pretty even, all we do is pour this on. So I just kind of pour around so it gets evenly everywhere. Otherwise it pushes everything to the outside. Okay, now we've got our batter poured in there. And then I'm going to take about half the cheese. Maybe even a little less than half. And just sprinkle that around so it sinks down into the batter. The rest is going to go on top with that leftover, not Parmesan. Yeah, that meat there. Can't even think of the name of it right now. Really good, huh? Yeah. Just give that a little push down in. Okay. That's going into the oven. The oven is nice and hot at 425 or 220 Celsius. So I'm going to take this, put it in the oven now, and it's going to be in there for 15 minutes. All I want to do is I want to see it, this is going to be puffing up and just kind of like golden brown color. All right, see you in 15. All right, look at that. Beautiful, nicely puffed up. We got some browning happening there, golden brown happening. This is fantastic. Now, what I'm going to do now is going to put the rest of the pastrami on here and the rest of the cheese. Now, if you wanted to, you could put extra sauerkraut, like maybe another quarter cup of sauerkraut, if you really want a strong sauerkraut flavor. Myself, I like it more mellow in this recipe than I would in my usual Reuben sandwich where I just pile on more sauerkraut. So for this, I find 1/3 cup at the bottom good enough. But really, if you want to find that, oh, I'd like some more, I'd like a bit more of a stronger sauerkraut flavor, then pile some up on top here too. That's fine. So we're gonna get this on top here. Pile some more in the middle there. No, so I'm not putting it right to the edges. Just keep it more in the middle here. This looks nice. You want to see some of that beautiful color out there. And then the same with the cheese. I'm just gonna pile that cheese up over the top of the pastrami. Hey, I remember the name now. Pastrami, that's it. It was one of those P words. All right, get that loaded on there. All right, this is gonna go back into that oven, same temperature, still at 425 or 220 Celsius. Gonna put it back in there. We're anywhere between 2, 3, 4 minutes, just enough to melt that cheese in there, and then it's going to be ready to serve. All right, that was about 4 minutes in my oven. Cheese is melted, looking good. If you want the cheese, you could throw it on grill, or broil, and just get that cheese a little brown. But you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to overcook the baby. And right now, that's looking just perfect. Look at that. Oh, that is so nice. It's a little fluffy underneath. A little early to cut into it, but let's do it anyways. So all you do is just cut this into wedges. I like to just cut it into wedges and then just serve it up on the table in the frying pan, and people can help themselves. Right, let's have a look at. Come on, pastrami. Play nice. Okay. That one piece is good. There we go. All right, so got a plate here. Go down inside here. And, oh, look at that. That is going to be fabulous. All right, enjoy your Reuben-Style Dutch baby massive pancake. Now, if you go to the link appearing on the screen, you can get the free printable recipe for Savoury Reuben-Style Dutch baby pancake on our website. And remember to go check out the kitchen tech videos and other videos we have on our Patreon at the link below. Now, go print out the recipe, have fun making and eating this delicious baby pancake, or Dutch baby pancake, and make cooking fun again with Kuma's Kitchen.